Welcome to this video, everyone. This video is going to be covering another anomaly that I have accidentally discovered. And if you want to go back and look at the previous video, you can get evidence of where this was left. I have left this circuit running since that video, which was 2 weeks ago. I just put it to the side and it has done something quite strange. It has charged the primary battery bank. Now, I initially looked at it because the lights were getting dim. You can see these lights here. If I turn off this overhead light, we can see the ones on this side are reasonably bright, and it's important to note that the direction to the camera has an effect there as well. So if they're directly pointing at the camera, they're slightly brighter. If they're pointed away, they're not as bright. So to me, it appeared just from the naked eye that these were getting dim. So I just naturally assumed that the power was getting low in the primary bank. When I left the last video, I just went back and checked that recording. The voltage was 5.4 volts. Now, a week ago, I noticed this and I went to check if it was really happening. So initially, when the voltage started to drop or the lights started to become dim on both sides, I just naturally assumed primary bank has been depleted enough to do the transfer. For those of you not familiar, we are transferring power from this serial bank into the parallel bank. Not all of the power is transferred, but a large percentage of it, and this is extremely efficient. Go back and check those other videos if you get time. It will help you understand it a little bit better. I just naturally assumed that it was time for a rotation. When I went to check on the voltage stated that it was higher than where I left it. Now, that shouldn't happen. So we are looking at 6.41 volts. Now, naturally, I would assume that something's gone wrong and it's robbed the power from the parallel bank through these LEDs. Which are all in parallel. There's 12 LEDs there in parallel, and they are on the negative rail. I will have the schematic at the end of this video, like I've been doing recently, just so that you can double check the orientation of those LEDs and how to replicate this experiment yourself. So I just assumed that the parallel bank would be flat, that something had gone wrong, but then when checking the voltage on the parallel bank, we can see that's 1.269 and still charging. So a little bit confused. I thought to myself at that point in time that perhaps this is nothing more than potential voltage, and I'll repeat the experiment that I did then. Which was disconnect this LED and put in place the two LEDs in series to operate at 6 volts. They're 3.2 volts each. So that 6.4, just fix that little contact lead up there. If we put the alligator back on there to hold it. So the two LEDs in series will be safe. They won't be over their voltage. So I will connect this jumper lead to the negative of this serial bank battery, which is just there, just off screen. So we'll connect that there, and then we'll connect this to the positive, and we can see, whoops, wrong way around. Okay, connect that to the positive. If I make a better connection there, would be helpful. Oh, that's terrible. I hate these jumper leads. Basically, the best way to use these is to double over your LED so that you've got 2 points of contact. Even then, they're cheap and they're nasty. Alright, so now if we got that on the negative and we place this one onto the positive, and we'll turn off those lights, overhead lights, so we can see that they're operating both at full intensity. Power's not disappearing abnormally. Where disconnect, it seems to bounce back, showing me that extra bit was not just potential. Like, there seems to be genuine power there. Now, I again thought, yeah, okay, there's so many things that can go towards tricking you here. And so I thought, well, okay, I'll just leave these two lights on as it is there now. And we'll run that. We'll see how long that can run for. And, you know, so I kept that going for a couple of, maybe about two hours, I think it was. And proved to myself that the voltage came down and it went back to 6. And then I thought, okay, the power was definitely there, so I'll put it back together the way it was and see if the voltage comes back up. And a week later, it's at 6.51. Naturally, I was super curious, so I was checking it all the time. But a week later, here we are a week after I have depleted some of that power, reconnected these lights. This battery bank still charges at the same time, and this battery bank charges at the same time, and I'll be honest with you, I'm now left confused. I would love if somebody could explain that to me. So for me, you know, there's an importance on knowing how to achieve something like this. I place more importance on knowing how I can manipulate something as opposed to why it's possible. I don't really need to know too much about, you know, down at the atomic level, what's happening to those electrons. I don't need to know that stuff. I need to know which wire goes where and how I achieve this. So check the end of the video. I'll place this schematic up there so it's nice and easy to see and you can replicate this. It is, in my opinion, a very strange anomaly. I've never had anything so simple that is capable of recharging itself. It usually is a lot more technical than this. So everyone, have a decent Christmas, have a nice Christmas. I hope Santa brings everything to those who wish Santa to arrive. And you know, in the new year, I hope to do some more videos. I may put up another video before the new year, but in the new year, I hope to do a lot more things, try and make my New Year's resolution, getting off my butt a bit more, and putting out some more videos so that I can help people discover easy ways to achieve, you know, their electrical goals, just things that I found along the way. Some 3D printing and that sort of thing as well. So check out the end of the video. I'll try and arrange some brief photos of what I'm going to be covering in the new year. And some work on my circuit. One of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel was to display my circuit, which was quite, in my opinion, quite an amazing discovery, and allowed me to achieve through Earth transmission, just like Tesla explained it. And I was quite shocked at how easy it was. I wasn't even trying to achieve that, but I was just doing some tests with multiple Earth points, and was amazed when it was capable of achieving that through Earth transmission. And it's just so simple as well. So I have that I have all these things in a room that I constantly walk in and out of, doing different experiments, and my circuit looks at me all the time, and it's like, why don't you pay me any attention anymore? So I am going to be doing that. Unfortunately, the audio quality when I first displayed that circuit was extremely poor. I didn't realize I was covering my mic whilst holding my recording device. And so I'd like to go back over that and explain some extra benefits from that circuit and just how easy it is. And yeah, so thank you for everyone for watching this year. I hope I haven't bored you to death. I know there are some people that aren't happy with the quality of my work, but I will endeavour to try and improve in those areas, because it's important to me that I don't lose your interest. If you can offer some criticism that's productive, I will take it on board and see if I can appease you and keep you around. Hopefully I might have something to show you that you might not be aware of, and not in a means of showing off, but I just think a lot of the things that we discover as individuals is just left to pass with us. So I don't want that to be the case. This may be nothing. I believe it's something, but it may be nothing. And so, God forbid something happens to me right after I finish this video. As long as I get it posted, then my work's done. Alright, everyone, have a nice day. Please enjoy your Christmas and your New Year's, and I hope to see you all in the new year. Please like, share and subscribe.
Bye.